Hello. Oh, it smells good. Fresh out of the Pumador. The cake is warm compared to my house. Let's get in here a little bit. A little bit too close. At this distance with a zoom lens, this is a tight. The sharpness is really being challenged. There it is. It's a little bit better there. Material here is beautiful. You can see maybe. Let's see if I can figure out how to show the kind of softness of the corners here. You can see just visually from how large the leaves are and loose they appear that this is, I'm just using my finger here, some flex in it. Right, you can see that. And so just a little pick right here will pull this hole. Let's see if I can get that. Getting the pick in across is going to pull this whole chunk right here off. I'm doing a I'm going to go ahead and have a session of this and also throw some in just a little container so that I can have easy access here at home. It's beautiful right now. I honestly just want to spend like 7 hours just like pulling each leaf slowly apart and out. Am I the only person who wants to just slowly pick at this thing? But yeah, it's really softly pressed. Really nice big intact leaves here. I'll have a timestamp in the description for skipping ahead. You don't want to watch me do this. for today. Okay, let me get a little bit more aggressive here. Exterior is much looser, but the interior has a moderate compression. Still a fairly lightly compressed cake overall. Love to keep the integrity of the whole leaves if I can, and off, even potentially pull off some chunks from the cake. This one's really kind of coming apart as individual leaves. And again, let me know in the comments if you like this kind of a thing. Is this tedious and annoying? Oh my god, just get to the drinking, dude. I don't know, for me, doing this process is a big part of it. Gonna avoid adding the tea dust, especially with a loose tea like this. It'll be really easy in the mornings to throw together a cup of this and not have to separate it out too much because I did all the work now. And I got to maintain a pleasant cake at the same time. Just in terms of its volume, it's just a thicker cake because it's not compressed as much. The actual size of the cake feels larger, but it's lighter. In reality, it's just the same weight as any other cake. 357 gram cake. I think this is 357. Alright, there we go. That's a good layer in there. And again, this is based on the comments from the previous video where I did this and people said that they liked it. So if you are not one of those people, sorry. Guys, come on. Beautiful. It's not even gonna fit, but it's really loose. Just watch. Kind of find the layers here, and another. Really, I can kind of just push it together. We wiggle it, and it's beautifully. Okay. This is enough for a handful of sessions. Also getting some of this out for some friends. So going a little bit. All right. And again, just beautiful. Beautiful cake. Gonna pause, get it cleaned up, and let's go give this a taste. A little bit of a paper mark These things happen. Smells clean. Kind of almost smells like chlorine, almost like a pool. The chai. I have no idea how much leaf I'm using in here, but probably I aim for, with raw that I'm kind of trying to evaluate, I aim for 4 grams in 50 milliliters. If I have 5 grams, I'll drink the full 5 gram sample. That's kind of how it goes. Cheers. It's got such a nice sweet finish. It's got more of a hay nose than I typically like, but it just doesn't translate. Now, more space for that fruit to come through. Such easy drinking. Cheers. Fruity. Almost, well, I wouldn't say cloyingly sweet, but it's got a really saccharine sweet thing happening to it. It's really quite pleasant. Cheers. Yeah. Viscosity is getting up there now. This is really good today. And it's pretty young. I mean, this is 12 years old. This material I purchased with the intention to be drinking it now. I also purchased a Naka mountain cake from these folks. And that one has more, as James would call it, sturdiness. But this is just like really tasty and ready today, in my opinion. I don't know what it would transform into. I think today it's a perfect example of a really delicious semi-aged raw tea. Water. Before steeping. We're gonna assume this is gonna be a lot stronger. Give it longer time. Boiling water. The water just saturated the leaves completely. Oop. And the gaiwan is pretty full. The leaves are fairly fluffy. You can see all that work paying off in the cup here from earlier, because I have these really big, beautiful leaves, all kind of, no, they're not all chopped up. Quite a few of them look like basically the whole leaf. A little bit of a nice spicy, almost kind of a Yunnan black earth spiciness to follow. So much sweetness. Pretty active in the mouth. It's just so good. You know, the only complaint would be just the basiness on this is lacking, so but it's a different kind of a tea. I don't think this is an old tea to age for a long time. I think this is a semi-aged tea, and I think as it is today, it's really nice. Has a nice old smoke base note to it. So much sweetness on top. Of pu'er, this feels to me like a really calming Sheng, which is kind of uncommon. I typically drink them as a pick-me-up. This one just has a coolness about it, a smoothness. It's not cooling, but it's just relaxed. Again, the profile is strong enough today. This tastes more bitter to me than 8587, I'm sorry, 8582 of much older years. But I would expect this to be something to compare that to over time. And this just has really, especially in this fourth steeping, a really nice basiness to it. It's really pleasant. Let's get some of the leaves out here and look into them a bit more together. You can see still quite a bit of green, and the oxidation on these are pretty self-similar, but you can notice some, that leaf, for example, being a bit more oxidized. This one, but pretty nice, fairly green complexion still, all things considered. They actually are looking a bit greener on camera than in person. Pretty strong Wigon, honestly, in a nice bitterness. So, yeah, I mean, the good thing about this is that it will improve a bit, I think. But plenty of oomph there now to really be tasty today. And, you know, the sweetness is just so prevalent. It's only really the third, fourth, fifth steeping that the bitterness is going to be apparent, and I pushed that one pretty hard. Again, using boiling water here. Yeah, the material is just really beautiful as well. Again, I just... Cheers. Some high, kind of almost wisteria floral note. It's soft. I mean, there's so much... It's... in a metal band, you know, performing, it's that subtle, I mean, I don't know. God, when I think of metal bands, I think of like 3 people. Anyway, it's that like small amount of shimmer on a otherwise something, you know, familiar sound or flavor. Sweetness on this is just so good. Man, yeah. Even with the bitterness, this is one of these teas I just really want to keep drinking. So I want more of it. And I'm happy. I feel like I actually really tried to put in some serious tasting focus before making these purchases. And the previous episode where I had the Bawang was a sample from James. Thanks, James. And this is my own cake, as you noticed from the start of the episode. It's a longer episode. Hopefully you guys kind of enjoyed even the beginning footage. That was me playing the video that I just shot getting the cake on my OBS screen thing. So quality was pretty jank there, but I'm doing no editing. That's kind of, I want to be able to do these efficiently, make it so that this is an easy thing for me, because that means I can get more of them out to you. Color on this, really just lovely. Kind of like, yeah, really nice hay. Desert to start. But sitting here tasting the sweet Bawang is really, it's kind of crazy, you know? It's like I'm having so much mouth experience, flavors. Now the chai smells really sweet and clean, fruity. Cheers. I think we're on steeping 6. The astringency is even ramping up now. Bitterness is still there. I'm not getting stronger, and the viscosity has waned a little bit. This might be my least favorite steeping of them. So still has a lot of room to be intense. And the cool thing is I'm going to sit here and talk about it, and then the sweetness will return. One of the best part about these Sheng teas, you got to get over the hump. And I think one thing that I've learned from drinking these on a much more regular basis, 1 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day, that was a terrible idea. Sessions, is that the bitterness is just something you stop noticing. It's still there. It's still physical. The astringency is still strong. It's almost in that acrid, bitter pill flavor happening a little bit. So it's strong, but it just doesn't, I don't know. It's not that it doesn't matter, but the volume of that part of the experience phenomenologically is turned down. It's still there, it's still present, it's still a big part of the experience of having this tea. But it's almost like my attention has turned down, my reticular activation has gone down a little bit. Have you ever watched a commercial and the first time you watch it, it takes forever, and then the next, break, it happens again, and you totally it goes like that? It's because of novelty. You get really attuned to novelty. And when the kind of my retentional horizon of bitterness in my palate, my own kind of, daily life is much higher because I'm just drinking these regularly, the actual bitterness itself is less punchy. It's less it's not less intense, it's not less noticeable, but you notice it less because of how we are as peoples. It is as noticeable as it ever was, but we notice it less because we become used to it. Cheers. That's not a good or bad thing necessarily. Yeah, my only complaint now with these steepings is just the viscosity is going to be a bit off. Hit it again with some boiling water. This has been enough tea and enough bull shit-ing. Merry day. Happy day to you, strange warrior, strange wanderer, drinking tea, listening to some strange man talk about old leaves. Until next time, you weirdo. Bye-bye.